Okay, it says I'm live, but it doesn't say I got cam. So what's up with this? Okay, let's see. Now don't tell me they're doing something to my webcam. What happened here? I don't want the mini cam on there anyway. Oh, this is getting to be a pain in my tail end, I'm telling y'all. But minicam may be the way to go. There we go. Yes, liking that. Hello, who's all here? Is that you? Oh, hey, Rob. How are you doing, man? What's going on? We're just trying to get all this up and going. Be ready to go. And now I got one thing I got to do. I forgot. What is that paperwork? Oh, I don't know where it is.
Kilo Delta Niner, Juliet Uniform Papa, requesting a radio check on 700. Over.
Hey, Mike, how you doing? Yes, Anthony, it is working. KD0J and Q will be back in a few.
Thank you very much, KD0JQ, 89GP copies, full flighting from KD0JQ, 89GP clear.
Hey, Mike, by the way, I had that meeting with Terry and things went really well. And I want to thank you for your information that you're giving me and you're going to get me. And we're going to try to get something going over there too. Uh, um, we're just in the planning stages, just to let you know, and we're getting really close to where we can be there. I'm hoping everybody can hear me. Is the audio there? It says it's there. And that'll be an announcement we're going to bring in here because we're going to need some help. We got a whole bunch of things we're going to change up a little bit today, just to hopefully involve people. So I hope y'all don't mind today. This is going to be the 24 format, and hopefully it works. So I'm going to put January 24 up here so I know. January 7, 24. And for those of you on YouTube, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to attempt this. I didn't even think about it. But I want y'all to think of ways that we can improve this part of it. I'm also going to look into another place to podcast out of or to cast out of to where hopefully I can get into some video, okay? So then y'all can come in and watch, and they'll be able to have conversation in that room. Also, the other thing I'm working on next too is to also add Echolink. So anybody with any Echolink experience, if you can get with me, I'd like to talk to you sometime soon about it, so we can get Echolink maybe joined into the 700 repeater check-in. I'm finding there's a lot of people that are out there that are from the Quad Cities, ham radio operators, and would like to definitely get involved. Question of the day, of the week. Favorite music band. There we go. We'll go that way. Music band. And why. Okay, we're going back to this format. Also, we need to talk about. Uh-oh, darn it! Don't you start acting up on me. Let's see, at 1 minute, yeah. Then we're gonna go back to 146.94 at 600 off. I think we said 10 a.m. to noon. In that time period, we got to figure out when would be the best for a net and if anybody would want to participate. Okay, there we go. All right, let me grab my ink pen. Then what we'll do is we'll key this microphone. I want to first take and welcome everybody to the YouTube page. On that YouTube page, we have right now 3 people that have made it in there, and I'm not sure. I think I know who the third person is. But anyway, here's the whole goal. First things first. We got 4 now. All right, welcome number 4. Hey. What I'd like to do is say, do we have any emergency traffic? If we have any emergency traffic, bring it in now. Let's get you taken care of. KG0JNQ, net control. We want to welcome everybody to the 2 meter of the Quad City swap and jab net. Bring it in, emergency traffic. All right, looks like we've got the emergency traffic going. Hello, Matt. How you doing, SAW? Okay. Now, first things first, the first order of business. Me and Mr. Terry Nixon have been speaking, and it was one of the coolest conversations I've had in a long time. And it was awesome to be able to meet up, see a shack and the whole 9 yards. And what me and Terry are going to try to attempt, we're going to take in the first week of next month, the first Wednesday of next month. And we need some of your feedback and how many people would really want to take and participate on the 146.940 Fusion digital mode. We're not sure how we're going to attack it yet. We're just looking. If anybody has any ideas on a time, somewhere between 10 a.m. and noon on a Wednesday, we want to get something going there so we can hopefully deliver and get some traffic. We know that there's going to be a lot of people working at that time, but right now is the time to just get a beginning. So we want to welcome you there and welcome your comments. That would be the 146.94 at 600 off. There's no tone needed, okay? And that's digital narrow that we'll be working on, maybe with some people in a couple of different areas of the world, okay? And we could use your impact. What I want to do is I want to take and I want to let the microphone loose just for a minute here, and I'll come back. Okay, now, number 2, as we take and work on figuring out how to get traffic, the reason we want somebody who really wants to work the digital mode and is really interested in searching this out through the week too to help us out. So I just wanted to make sure I stress that, and if Terry's here, he'll have a few comments to it. The other thing I want to do is I want to let you all know we're going back to the week, okay? And that's been the fun part. We started this net in 2014. Yeah, 2014, I believe it was, or 13. I thought it was 14, but I'm looking at a piece of paperwork that says 13. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And what we started it out with was what we called the question of the day. And that's what I want you all to keep in mind, because I'm going to look for an answer from each person so we can each kind of get an idea of who we are again, and get people out there that are listening without a license to test so they can come in here and have fun on the question of the week. And they can just have a reason to key up and know that we want to get to know them. And I know there's not going to be many people here tonight, but we're going to give it a start anyway, and we're going to get it done. And I wanted to just let you know that. The question of the week that I chose today is, what's your favorite band? And when I say favorite band, it doesn't matter, rock and roll, country music, whatever it is. We'd like to know what your favorite band is and why. Because you come up in my generation, there's a whole ton of them that were awesome bands, and there was a whole good reason for it. So anyway, that's that. Now, what I'm going to do is let the repeater do its thing. I'll be right back. Now I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, meet the ham radio operators of the Quad Cities. They're all yours. Scott County, bring it on in. KD0JNQ. Hey.
Alpha Echo Zero, India Tango AE0 IT Mike in Long Grove. Good evening, Steve and Nanette. And my band probably would have to be the Eagles with a close second being like Steely Dan. Back to you.
Cool beans, Mike. Thanks. It's two great bands there, Steely Dan and the Eagles. So there we go. We got Mike coming in. How about it? Do we have anybody else? Bring it on in, Scott County. It's all about you. Let's get her done.
This is K0 QCS, Kilo 0. That's Charlie Sierra. Mike in Davenport, and I would say the Ventures. There's a lot of other ones.
Oh, John, I didn't quite make that one out. My headphones were way down. That's probably why I can't hardly hear anything. Bring it on in. What was the name of the band again, Mike?
The Adventures.
Adventures. Okay. Well, thank you for that one. We'll come back to you. We're going to catch on to that one when you come back. That was pretty cool. I don't know if I've ever heard of them. So we'll come back. That'll give us something to talk about. And there, I'm going to put a little star so I remember we got to ask about them. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate it. How about it? Scott County, do we have any other check-ins? KD0JNQ. I'm showing I got the computer at full power.
This is
Wow.
K0SAW, Matt Davenport. Good evening, Steve. As far as the band, my top would be Metallica, and followed up by the Beatles, and there's a couple others that are in different genres. I love all music.
All right. Yeah, Metallica. Let's see. Metallica. Okay. In the Beatles. Hey, cool, Matt. We'll get back into some of this one in a little bit. Now, let's see. Who else do we have out there in Scott County? Bring it on in. KD0JNQ.
This is Whiskey Bravo Zero, Victor, Quebec, Papa. Guess my favorite band's probably Alabama, over.
Was that you, Terry?
That's Roger.
All right, man. Gosh, thanks for coming in. And what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to stop right here, right now, and I want to get this thing that me and Terry talked about doing with the 9.4 and the digital is really important to me. So we can all get up and try to see what we can do to make what we've invested pay off for ourselves in entertainment. And Terry, we had a really awesome conversation. I really loved it. Would you just take and be willing to bring in your aspect and what you think about it, and just put in your 2 cents worth for me? KD0JNQ.
Okay, well, I think the main discussion was, we really need to get more people involved in activities and more people active on the air. And the neat thing with the Fusion and Wires X is you get on the right room, you get in the right room in Wires X, and you can listen to people from all over the world. And it doesn't have to be that, but we can also have local nets as well. And we talked about that back and forth, and the cost of like a FT70 HT is down now to where it's really reasonable for everyone. A lot of us have them, and it's just a fun thing. And I think this is probably the future of ham radio, is the linking with the internet. So we'd really like to promote that and the usership of it. That's all I have, Steve.
VBQ. Gosh. All right. Thanks, Terry. I appreciate it, man. And that's right where we're at. And we just want your help with it. So anybody who's going to have any ideas, let's mix all this together and get it all going and get it right where it's at. Because I'm determined now to really help get this fusion thing going. And as you can tell, Terry's enjoying the daylights out of it too. I noticed today that there was somebody that was having fun with it. So that's why I wanted to take and let Terry in. And what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to go right down the line because we're getting up to where people are going to be wanting to head for Maquoketa or for Clinton here pretty soon. So we'll keep going. Terry, thank you very much for all the input and all that we both had at that little meeting. And we're going to be bringing it up at the meeting too. So thank you all. Appreciate it. Let's see. Do we have any other Scott County check-ins? Let's just get back to the check-ins, and if any conversation comes up, me and Terry will bring it to you here in a minute. How about it? Do we have any other Scott County check-ins? KD0JNQ, let's go.
KC9LTU, Def Leppard, Bon Jovi.
All right, Mr. Frank, on the Def Leppard and Bon Jovi. All right, do we have any other Scott County check-ins?
And 2M, Kevin. And I got to throw another vote for the Eagles and close second the E-Sticks.
All right. Eagles, and I think you said Sticks. And that's been the first I've heard that band in a little while. So thanks, Kevin. Appreciate that. We'll come back and catch up with you in a little bit. Hey. And do we have any other Scott County check-ins? Bring it on in, KD0JNQ. Hello, Matt. How you doing, man? Is Lake there? Hello, Lake. All right. Looks like we've made it through Scott County. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just come right on down here to Clinton County and just get ready for the Clinton County check-in. How about it? Do we have any Clinton County check-ins? KD0JNQ. Okay, made it through Clinton County. How about it, Cedar? You there? All right, Cedar County. Thank you for getting that far. Next, let's go to Muscatine next. I'm getting lost. I'm trying to watch too many things. Do we have anybody in Muscatine County? How about it, Muscatine? Made it through Muscatine County. Let's go right on down here. How about it, Rock Island County? KD0JNQ. It's all about you.
This is KC7MB Bill from Mauling, and it's the Doors.
Mr. Bill and the Doors. There's a band I need to look up and practice a few of their tunes. They may have fun listening to them where I like to sing. All right. Thanks for coming in, Bill. Appreciate it. How about it? Do we have another Rock Island County check-in?
This is KD9YTI, Jeff and Moline, and I will say Pink Floyd, and of the current bands, one you may not have heard of, the David Brothers.
Are they rock and roll or country?
They are often classified as Americana, really influenced by bluegrass, country, definitely a country feel, but they can kind of get punkish as well. So they're an interesting band to watch.
Okay, I know who the band is. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate you coming in. Let's see, KD9. I appreciate you coming in, man, and we'll look forward to hearing from you in a little bit here, too. How about it? Do we have any other Rock Island County check-ins? Bring it on in.
W1MAB, Mark, right south of Milan. To go along with the Avid brothers, I'll go ahead and say the Dead South and throw a twist in with Bob Marley.
All right, there's one I ain't heard in a long time. Bob Marley, yeah, all right. Hey, thanks for coming in, Mark, appreciate it. And we'll look forward to hearing from you in a little bit. Do we have any other Rock Island County check-ins? Bring it on in, KD0JNQ. Sure hope I'm loud enough over the air. All right, looks like we've got Rock Island County. How about it, Henry County? Bring it in. It's all about you.
KD0JNQ, 89JP. It's going to be Pink Floyd, Eagles, as well as Def Leppard, and Metallica. I have a wide range there, Steve. KD0JP, 89JP. Over.
All right, Anthony. It sounded like you did. I got one of them written down here, so we'll get back on you with that in a minute. Thanks for coming in, dude. How about it? Do we have any other Henry County check-ins? KD0JNQ. And because of the question, I'm just going to ask: do we have a Mercer County check-in out there? How about it, Mercer County? All right, looks like we've made it through so far. We'll just ask one time, do we have any latecomers? Bring it in. Okay, no latecomers. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up here to AE0IT. Mr. Mike, how was your week, dude? What's happening? And, gosh, I'm just going to pick the one band here so I don't have to figure out my writing on the rest of them. The Eagles. Why in the world do you love the Eagles? What part of your life did they play in? KD0JNQ, it's all about you.
KD0JNQ, AE0IT. Oh man, pretty much grew up, the product of the 60s and 70s, and just loved them all through school. And they just always had great tunes. And when you see them in concert, they don't need all the theatrics. It's just a pretty minimalistic stage. Of course, Glenn Frey's gone now, but they harmonize well. They play well. They played last time I saw it, I played about a 3-hour show with an intermission in between. And again, minimalistic stage and just an all-around musically fantastic thing.
Cool beans. Oh, yeah, I heard that. Joe Walsh and the whole part of it. It's been a few years ago. I don't know, Kevin, if you remember, you had Bob Heil on. We got him on Zoom, and we sat and talked with him and listened to him that one time. And just a few comments on Joe Walsh and what kind of person he was in the ham world, too. Definitely in the ham radio world was pretty cool. So, yeah, I know the Eagles, and I've heard Joe Walsh on the radio on 20 meters. I just couldn't hear him again. Anyway, thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. And thank you for all that you do for us. It's really strongly appreciated and loved. All right, next we're going down to Mr. Mike and the Adventurer. That's the band. What songs do they do? And what kind of band are they? KD0JNQ, it's all about you. Let's go.
This is K0QCS.
QC.
Basically, they call it surf music. They were really big in the 60s and early 70s. Their biggest hit probably would be the theme song to the original Hawaii Five-0. But they're known for other songs too, like Telstar.
I know who they are.
The Little Flea.
when you gave it away when you told me they were with the Hawaii Five-0, man. Oh, cool beans. Check it out with that show. And now I know who the band is and their music. I guess I just know their music. I didn't recognize the band name for it. for it, but I know that album or the record that I have here with a few of them people songs on it. I picked it up in a Goodwill store. So anyway, so I remember that. Was there anything more that you wanted to bring to us, Mike? Must not have been. Okay, well, it looks like Mike is done there, so I'm going to move on next down to Matt, SE0 SAW, the great saw of the 2 meters. Bring it in, Matt. It's all about you. Let's get her done. And let's see, you were a Metallica fan. What was it that brought you into liking the Metallica band?
KD0JNQ, this is KE0SAW. Well, Steve, Metallica was definitely a big part of my music repertoire, and that came about in high school. I love the deep message that they have, Pink Floyd, the Beatles. It's all about the message and the melody, and there's a good handful of them out there that just really hit the spot, and you don't get a lot of that anymore these days. Had a good first week of the new year. Hope everyone else did.
Cool, there we go.
Let's see. I've
Thanks,
been learning WinLink. I finally got that up and running on HF and was able to send a few test emails. So I'm set up on my emergency comms for that. I've also been testing JS8. And at the moment, right now, I'm actually having a QSO with somebody in Pennsylvania on JS8. Family's going good, and hoping for safe roads this week. Looking at a lot of ice and snow, but hopefully it'll just blow around. So hope everyone has a good rest of their week, and I'll send it back to you, KE0SAW.
All right, thanks a lot, Matt. Appreciate all that and what you got there. And what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to see if VPQ's got anything. Terry, it was so hard for me to get that to go through my brain. I don't know what the world the deal was. Bring it on in here. And do you have any other comments that you wanted to make? And why do you choose Alabama? Because that's my band.
Yeah, WB0VQP. Well, I guess Alabama's kind of what brought my interest back from total pop music back to their roots in country years ago.
I remember meeting them.
They never had a bad song, so I guess that's why I'm kind of partial to them. I do a lot of their songs in karaoke. So back to you, Steve, WB0VQP.
All right, thanks, Terry. Appreciate it. And gosh, one of these days we'll have to go out and karaoke. I love it. I enjoy doing that every month. I go out back home on Friday nights. I did miss this Friday. But anyway, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's our truck driving friend out there on the microphone, KC9LTU, Mr. Frank. What in the world did Def Leppard do for you, man? Bring it in, KD0JNQ. Let's see who we got here. We got AE0IT. He's up there. All right. Looks like Frank moves on. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go down and see if Mr. N2AM is out here. How about it, Kevin? How about you? What do you got for us today? And what in the world did the Eagles do for your childhood? Bring it in, KD0JNQ.
I thought you forgot about me there, Steve.
No, not the strip, dude.
Well, I guess, thought it was pretty cool. And then when I found out that Joe had an amateur radio license, that kind of put the topper on it. So anyway, that's it. Otherwise, yesterday morning I did a lot of testing of feed line for a friend of mine, Saham out of Cedar Rapids, and he learned a few things. And I guess had a good time.
Rob.
So anyway, looking forward to maybe doing some antenna work come Wednesday. That's about it, Steve. Back to you, Vince Wayne.
All right, N2 AM, thanks for coming in, and I really appreciate that. And we'll look forward to hearing from you next week, Kevin. And what I want to do next is I'm going to go down and get our vice president of the club, W0BXR Radio Club. And we got Mr. Bill, KG7. And I forgot the rest of it, Bill. I got really confused. I think it's MNB, but I don't know where the world my brain went trying to keep up with everything. So bring it on in, Bill. Man, this guy is an awesome dude to get to meet. I met him this year, and it's been cool. It's all about you, my friend. Let's go.
Zero JQ KG7 November Bravo Echo. Hey, I gotta look it up myself half the time, Steve. I had a good week. Every week that you can look in the mirror and say, that guy is pretty cool. He's still kicking around. Is a good week for me when you get to my age. Just enjoying life. That's it. Had a great Christmas. Gave a lot of things away this year. Made me feel real good. Probably the best one I've had for a long time. Just had a real nice time and got a new plan for 2024. And so, other than that, I know you're going to ask me about the Doors and why I like them. They didn't really do anything for me, but I've always liked things a little different. I'll break. And as far as the Doors, I like, you can't forget Ray Manzarek, the organist. And he was kind of the director of a lot of things that the Doors done. And even the ones that Doors did record themselves, a lot of other things. The LA Woman's a good song. I like that. A lot of neat stuff. Just old dudes thinking about the times that might have been. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Bill. Thanks for coming in, man, and thank you for being such an asset to the radio club too. We really appreciate that, and really appreciate getting to know you over the last year. It's been really cool, and I look forward to the years to come. I've got M1 MAB Mr. Mark. I hope I got that, or W1 MAB Mr. Mark. I hope I got that right. Bring it on in, our Rock Island County check-in. And what in the world did Bob Marley, how'd he influence you? Bring her in. It's all about you.
Well, just like a lot of music genres out there, you just kind of when in Rome. It's vacation, whether it's in Florida or in the Caribbean, it's just kind of nice to listen to some relaxing music and have a good excuse to grab a nice cocktail and look at a nice sunset.
I've got two in there I'd like to have check in with me so I know who you are.
Because I'm looking at a snowmobile right now, and it'd be kind of nice to rip around down it.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I got a snowblower I'm waiting for it to snow on. My wife said we're getting 8 inches of snow. I'm hoping I can get to use it tomorrow night or tomorrow and find out if it works. I'm glad you reminded me. Right after this, I'll have to go up and try to get it started before the W0BXR Radio Club meeting. Next, I want to just go down here and go to Anthony. Anthony, KD9JUP. Bring it on in, man. What do you think of the music you like? And it's all about you. Let's get her done.
Well, KD0JQ, KD9JP here. Well, the reason why it's my variety of music is because bands that you don't normally hear in this day and age, and Eagles, Def Leppard, and quite a few others like Metallica and all those. They're just good bands, and not many people.
Okay, thanks, Mike. I appreciate you coming in. It was awesome.
But it's something that's something that I like. I would love to hear some of that good music. If we can on the side.
3, 4, 5.
Over.
15. All right. Well, hey, thanks, Anthony. Appreciate that. Look at what you got there, and yeah, caught all that, man. We'll look forward to hearing from you next week there, and we'll get back to you. Thank you very much for coming through. Appreciate it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to call out. Do we have any late check-ins? Do we have any late check-ins? KD0JNQ. Yeah, there we go.
KM9 BYA, Steve from Cambridge.
All right. Hey, Steve from Cambridge. Since you're right there, we got a question of the week today. We're just starting that for this year again. We used to do it years ago, but we're getting back on track. You got a favorite rock and roll band or just a music band you like to listen to? KD0JNQ.
That would be Kansas, KM9 BYA.
All right. Well, what is it that influenced you with Kansas? KD0JNQ. Okay, Steve, where you at here?
I was in Bermuda in 1978. My roommate was a Kansas fan. I started listening to the records, and they made a journey through a spiritual journey through things.
Okay, cool.
It was, like you said earlier, all about the message and the melody. KM9 BYA.
All right. Well, hey, thanks, Steve. I appreciate that. And we just, what we're trying to do is get back to getting to hear the neat things about people and getting to learn who people are. So you know how much we want to hear you out here on the radio. And that's basically what I'm doing now. So thanks for coming in, man. Strongly appreciate it. And we'll look forward to hearing from you later next week. Is there anything more that you wanted to hand out? That's what that is.
No, that's about it. Appreciate you letting me in on the net. KM9 BYA, clear on your lap.
All right. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate you coming in. That's the Cambridge frequency there, your person there. That's where I'm from. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, do we have any other late check-ins? KD0JNQ. Why is that a standing wave going up so high? All right, we've made it through that part of the net. So what I want to do is I want to just turn around here and just see if anybody's got anything to swap. I just got a little issue here. I'm going to have to take off real quick, but I don't want to stay in the key long. Do we have anybody who's got anything buy, sell, or trade? What happened here? Why the standing wave skyrocket? All right, looks like we've made it through all of that. My favorite band is 38 Special for a rock and roll band and Willie Nelson for country music. And mainly just because of his down-to-earth type of thing. So just to let you know that. And I've had a very nice week. I had an awesome visit with an operator, and it was just cool. I got to go because for some reason my standing wave just went through the roof. So KD0JNQ, it was a pleasure, and we'll have a nice day. Goodbye. Now, what the world? Sorry, guys. I'm not sure what happened here. I'll be right back.
KM9 BYA, KG7NB. Steve just wanted to tell you got a nice clean. Give you a shout back there. KG7NB, clearing off.
Thank you very much, Bill. I really appreciate that. Okay, let's give this one more try here. See what happens. I think I know what the problem was. I wonder how that switch got flipped. I just took in my antenna switch, Kilo. Yeah, now what happened? How'd that happen? Kilo Delta Zero, Joliet, November, Quebec. Just a quick check. Now, how'd that happen? Thank you very much. I want to say, you guys are top notch. I didn't get back out there and tell them, but you guys are, and I thank you for coming through. I'm not sure what happened there. Anybody could tower monkey? I could use one right now, maybe. The standing wave is still high. It might be because of the rain that we've got and it's froze out there. But thank you, and thank you, Rob. Thank you. I strongly appreciate that comment. What we're going to be doing here too, y'all, just to let you know, is we're just going to be taking and having a good time. Things are going to change a little bit, and I hope I got to find a way to make it so we have a little more time. I'm not sure how to do that, but we'll get that figured out. I don't want anybody holding back, on need information like why they like Culture Club, and you got to get on the radio, Dave, because it's your turn. JJG, that way we can hear from you too. But and it's going to get back to wanting to know each other. Me and Terry, we had a really long conversation, and he feels about the same that I do. It just kind of kindled a new fire in each one of us being able to have that privilege of getting to know each other. We also had another man. We have a man here too. His name is Matt. And I'm not sure, Matt, I forgot now what part of the world you said you were in. I think you were in the Carolinas, but I don't remember. And Matt comes in. He comes in. I do a lot of things on Second Life. It's a program, secondlife.com. And he's in Texas. And Matt and his girlfriend, they come here periodically and just listen to us. Matt is a licensed ham operator. He has a call. And I'm not sure what bands he hangs on. I think you said you're General, right, Matt? And he comes in. I'm finding out that there's people from all over the country and all over the world that depend on things like radio, because they're not the young people in school and all that kind of thing, but they depend on radio to just keep in touch with old memories. He's a technician right now, and he's going to study for his general. Matt, that challenges me. You have to tell you and Lake are going to have to keep on me every time you see my nick light up. And what I want to start doing is, once I get this figured out, there's another place I'm trying to remember where I went. I can't remember. And it's going to be a neat meeting room. We can get presentations. We can just mess around and have fun as ham operators. People tell me I get a little crazy and a little obnoxious sometimes, but I just like the craziness, because the craziness is what keeps us alive and lets us have fun. And this hobby is regulated, but even though it's regulated, doesn't mean that we can't have fun outside of what is considered fun. Okay? We don't have to get on here and have the technicalities of KD0, JNQ, no traffic. We can have the the mentality, because it's still legal and still within the boundaries, of having some ethics, but yet get in and say, hey, hello, my name is Steve, KD0JNQ, and I love radio because there's awesome people out there. And that's the perkiness I look for, and I hope y'all don't mind. So anyway, what we're going to do, I've got a couple places I got to go. I got to go up and do some things too real quick here sometime. I got to let you go. I want to thank you all for coming in here, okay? And being the ham operators and the people and the friends that you are. Dave, if you're there, I got to call you right away. I won't be able to be long, but I need to talk to you. So anyway, KD0JNQ, the man of the hour for the 2 meter. The swap and jab net, whose mind is off in that land. trying to figure out what it means. Hey, thank you for stopping by, y'all. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you letting me just sit and talk about what we can do to make it better. Keep that all in mind. If you have an idea, voice it. If you don't, well, choice it. There you go. Good night, sweet dreams, and thank you. KD0JNQ Net Control. Closing this one down. Goodbye. Now, well, no, does it